Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. My name is David Hodge, active NGO warrior, representing Master Suleiman, the messenger of the covenant, the breaker of the seven seals. It's wartime. Today my topic is be strong and fear not the enemy. Before I start, I'd like to remind my people about the Holocaust. The Holocaust. This is the black man and woman of America's true experience. But they whitewash it and call it slavery. Which slavery is not a good definition or expression of our true experience. Because slavery does not include the full description, or it does not capture the full experience. It just covers the 1%, which was the economic side, which was maximum profit, minimum overhead. Meaning we were given the scraps, the hand-me-downs, the no good, the shitlings, the bare minimum, brothers and sisters. We were given stuff we didn't want. We were given things no one wanted. Stuff they were throwing away, turning us into human garbage disposals, giving us less than what we're worth, putting more in than we're getting out. In a system who practice owning slaves, we endured and suffered exhausting labors and restricted freedom, being enslaved and held as human chattel and property, in bondage, legally. We were legally owned by other people and forced to obey, work, and do what they tell us to do under that person's or that plantation's control, forcing us into servitude with the bare minimum, with shit as a form of payment. We had to eat shit, and we were forbidden to quit our services, no matter how harsh the service was. But as you see, that just tells you about the economic side. That just tells you about the labor side. What about this part that's presented right here in front of you, brothers and sisters? What about these illustrations here, these photos, these pictures, brothers and sisters? What is this? See, this is the part they don't talk about. This is the part they leave out. This is the part that they're hiding. This is the part that they try to scoop under the rug that doesn't fit doesn't fit underneath that rug. They can't hide this. The rug ain't big enough. Their hiding place isn't big enough to hide this here, because this is why they're under judgment as we speak. Everything that's taking place in the world that they're involved in their systems failing, in them dying from COVID-19, in them, their whole systems failing, them having bad luck in their lives being crushed and crumbled right before your eyes. It's because of this, brothers and sisters. This is what you see in front of you. This terror called the Holocaust, which is our true experience, brothers and sisters, which is 99% of our experience that they're hiding from you, that they do not talk about. Which was murder, which was rape, which was genocide, oppression, deception. It was torment. It was torture, abuse, treated, turned into animals, beaten, whipped, fed like pigs in pig troughs, no utensils, bare hands, no seasonings, no cooking, pure shit to eat. Stripped down of all knowledge, took everything from you, subjected you to 6 to 8 vocabulary to stop you from thinking, to program you so you couldn't think for yourself, so you would be worthless, dumbed you down, exploited us to their full benefit, experimented on us without anesthesia, sodomized us, sexual intercourse involving our anal and oral, which had nothing to do with our reproduction, just for their own sick, twisted pleasure. They castrated us. The removal of the testicles of the men, emasculate, neutered us like dogs, fixed us, altered our reproductive state, completely sterilized us. That's not it. They disemboweled us. Dismembered us. Dismantled us. Amputated. Decapitated. Hung us. Starved us. Pilked you alive. Gutted you. Cut you open. Cooked you alive. Burnt you at the stake. Hollering, suffering, agonizing pain, torment, torture, misery, pain, suffering. Made unrecognizable, skin and hair used, ripped and pulled, tugged and took our skin and hair to make puppets, immaterial objects. Fed our children to gators, sexually abused our children, had our women teach our children to please massa, used our children as ottomans, footstools, chairs, human fans, human pleasure devices, raped our entire families, made our women bear their children, and the young women bear their children, our children bear their children, produce their demons, half devil, half man, from the rape of the black woman. Produce these demons, these people who look like us, act like us, but they ain't us. They're master's children, Caucasian and black skin, house niggas, tar babies, Oreos, black on the outside, white on the inside, serving massa, having the same mindset as massa, turning on us because they're not of us. So they're not turning on us. They're doing as they should. They're doing what their nature calls for them to be wicked, evil, weak. You see, just like their fathers. So all this we've endured. All this we've suffered. These devils have completely dehumanized us past imaginable, brothers and sisters. And they tell you to forgive and forget. They tell you to forget about this, brothers and sisters. Never forget or forgive what they did to you, what they did to your ancestors, what they did to our women. It's unforgettable and it's unforgivable. Your ancestors would not be happy that you forgave them for what they did to us, brothers and sisters. This is not to be forgiven. They're not telling you the full story, so that's why you're not upset. That's why you're not riled up. That's why you haven't started to break your programming, because they're keeping you calm, thinking that everything's okay, telling you fibs, lies, fairy tales, stories, critical race theories. You see? Calling your experience a theory. See, so you don't get upset. So you don't take it serious, because they're just playing with your experience. Stuff that could have happened, might have happened, we don't know. You see, they're playing around with your experience like it's some type of game. Like these things didn't happen. These things happened. Wasn't nothing theoretical about this. The Holocaust, these are facts. And that's why they're under judgment. That's why they're going through all the things they're going through. Because this was not a joke. This was not nothing that they played around with. This was nothing that was a theory. Or their punishment would be a theory. You see, but it's not. It's real. They're under evaluation for the cost of the Holocaust, of the horror, the cost of horror, things that we endured for the 400 years plus of our torment and torture and servitude here in the land of horror, the land of terrorists. So these people won't let us go. They so-called freed us and left us here in the land of our imprisonment, still here, captive, stuck. They did not provide the means to get out of here. They left us here, threw us in a ditch, threw they black-faced demons in on top of us to suffer here. Because they need us. But now they're reaching a point where they don't. Because they're almost close to bringing in their mechanical vision, which is exactly what they needed to become us, just without us. If you understand what I'm saying, brothers and sisters, being you meaning you've always been here and always will be. Meaning you were the first and you shall be the last. Meaning you've always been here. Meaning you're immortal. You see? Something that they're not. They don't have everlasting life. They're only here for a short amount of time. And that time is up for them. And they're trying to escape judgment. They're trying to get past all these things they did, and they're trying to wipe us out, and they're trying to live forever. They're trying to get mechanical bodies, mechanical suits with biological brains to escape judgment, to escape what's taking place in the world, all these things that's taking place. You see? Because this world's destroying them. And if they get a robot don't get sick. Robot doesn't get cancer from radiation. Robots don't get hungry. You see? Robots don't get illnesses and diseases. And you see? Don't have to worry about weather and global warming and things of that nature. But we do. Because they're not going to let us get one of those suits. And we don't want one anyway. So they're against our biological vision. So one of them has to go. It's either them or us. And I'm here to tell you, it's not us. Topic is be strong and fear not the enemy. It was promised to us by God Himself that we would not suffer all these things in vain. That all the things we went through, we would be redeemed. we will be rewarded. That the enemy will not escape, will not get away with what he and she has done. It says that we are blessed and God did not forget about us. So don't be afraid of the enemy. Be strong and courageous. Do not fear or be in dread of these devils and these demons. For it is the Lord, your God, who goes with you. He hasn't forgotten about you, brothers and sisters. That's what they want you to believe. He will not leave you or forsaken you. He is preparing a place for you as I speak. He's about to go in motion to prepare a place, prepare a way for us to escape out of this hellhole, this nightmare that we're stuck in. For those who believe, that we will be delivered, and believe in the covenant, which is our true vision. And believe in Allah's will, which is your inheritance, which is your reward for all the terrible things we've endured, all the torture, torment, misery that we went through. Say that you will be rewarded and not forgotten about. It was a promise made to us that was not going to be forgotten and was going to be fulfilled. So hold on, my people. We're almost there. And the enemy wants you to throw in the towel. He wants you to give in to his plot. He wants you to forget about your covenant. He wants you to give into this world's life because he knows this world's life is not for you. It's against you. It's killing you. He knows if you accept this world's life, you lose your life. But if you accept your vision, your reality, which is to go home, which is complete separation from these people who've done these things to us, these monsters, these beasts who have constantly tormented us, day in, day out, nearly 500 years, relentlessly, continuously, non-stop, no breaks in between. Only thing between is snacks. Between breakfast, lunch, and dinner, they had snacks. They wasn't playing with us. These people were completely terrorizing us. No mercy, no remorse, no intent to stop. No intentions to stop. They were working on progress. How much longer are we going to wait on progress? We have to separate from these people. So be strong, brothers and sisters. And fear not these demons and devils. It says, fear no one but Allah. And if you understand how our reality works, you will understand that. So fear nothing but consequence, brothers and sisters, because that is our reality. And you have a great consequence on the way, which is your reward for the promised land. Which is your reward for the Holocaust, is the promised land. What they did to you, you're receiving a reward for what they did. For what you endured. It wasn't a waste of time. It wasn't for no reason. It wasn't because you were cursed black. It wasn't because you were inferior or dumb. It was due to you having, at the time, you were suffering from energy deprivation. That's why you brought these people into existence to sustain society for us, because we didn't have the energy required to do it. So we brought these people into existence to do it. And they, along with that, they were the negative people that we created, because we were at a negative balance. So they were the negative people that was going to come and do what they did to us. That's the form it was going to take. We personified it so we can see it, so we can handle it. So when we come out of that condition, we can move out the way. Because they have no control over us, brothers and sisters. We're only inflicting torture on ourselves now. We're suffering from self-infliction due to the lack of knowledge. But we're about to break all those chains, brothers and sisters. We're about to get out of here. We're about to leave. We're not staying here in the land of our imprisonment. We're not taking any 6 states. We're not taking any reparations. We're not taking any worthless land. We want out. We're getting out of here, brothers and sisters. And anyone who wants to come with us, you are more than willing. They took everything from us, and we're about to get it all back. We're about to take everything back that they took from us, and they're about to receive every inch of consequence that's due to them. Said what was done to us will be due to them. What was done to us will be done to them. A double scoop. And all her plagues, all America's plagues, these Caucasian people's plagues will overtake them in 1 year. All their plagues and crimes will overtake them in 1 year. Meaning that everything we suffered, they're going to suffer in 1 year. It's going to be extremely intense. So they didn't get away with anything, brothers and sisters. And we're getting out of here. We're blessed. We're going home. We're going to Arabia. We're going to go live in complete bliss. So be strong, brothers and sisters. We're almost at the finish line. It's time to go home. It's time to separate from the enemy. It's time to go home and leave the land of our oppression. So with that said, brothers and sisters, I'm going to bring this to a close. Thank you for listening to me. Assalamu alaikum.